Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan reconverted Istanbul's Hagia Sophia into a mosque Friday, hours after a court ruled that a 1930s decision to make the iconic building into a museum had been unlawful. Erdogan said in a decree shared on Twitter that he had handed the majestic domed building over to the government's Directorate of Religious Affairs to open it up to worshippers. Soon after the decision, state media broadcast video of crowds gathering outside the 6th century structure. Earlier, in a big win for the president's conservative Islamic agenda, Turkey's highest administrative court threw its weight behind a motion brought by a religious group, annulling a 1934 ruling that turned the building into a museum. Erdogan had proposed restoring the UNESCO World Heritage Site into a mosque, placing the almost 500-year-old building at the center of a struggle between those who want to preserve Turkey's secular roots and the president's aspirations. In a televised address to the nation, Erdogan said the first prayers inside Hagia Sophia would be held on July 24. "I underline that we will open Hagia Sophia to worship as a mosque by preserving its character of humanity's common cultural heritage," he said, adding that it was Turkey's sovereign right to decide what the building would be used for. Rejecting the idea that the decision would prevent different faiths from coming together, he said, "Like all of our other mosques, the doors of Hagia Sophia will be open to all, locals or foreigners, Muslims and non-Muslims." Hagia Sophia was the Byzantine Empire's main cathedral before it was changed into a mosque following the Ottoman conquest of Istanbul. Under Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the founder of the modern Turkish Republic in the 20th century, it was turned into a museum that attracts millions of tourists each year. Many in Turkey will welcome the decision, and see it as an emphatic victory for Erdogan's plans for the secular but predominantly Muslim country. Mehmet the Conqueror took the holy city with his sword. He always wanted Hagia Sophia to be a mosque. Özlem Kaya, 52, a homemaker from Istanbul, said ahead of the decision, referring to the 15th century Ottoman Sultan who captured the city, then known as Constantinople. "With Erdogan, Turkey will be a more powerful country in the near future," she said by telephone. "There is no need to be secular anymore." The Hagia Sophia site has been a part of a centuries-old struggle over the identity of the region that sits on the fault line between the East and the West, and between Christianity and Islam. The ecumenical patriarch Bartholomew, the spiritual head of some 300 million Orthodox Christians worldwide and based in Istanbul, said ahead of the ruling that converting the Hagia Sophia into a mosque will disappoint millions of Christians around the world, and will fracture the East and the West.